Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today I am going to tell you a story about Emily Carter, a woman who lost everything she held dear, but still found the strength to rise from the ashes. Despite the heartbreak, the betrayal, and the odds stacked against her, she refused to give up. This is a story of unimaginable loss, unshakable courage, and the incredible power of hope. This is a story that you've never heard before, but one which you'll remember forever. So let's begin. Emily Carter grew up in a small but a very beautiful town called Maplewood. Her parents, Martha and William, were hardworking people who ran a small bakery. They weren't rich, but their home was filled with laughter and love. Emily was a curious child with bright eyes and a heart full of dreams. She used to spend hours watching his parents work in the bakery, asking them hundreds of questions about everything. They would patiently answer all of her questions. Her mother, Martha, was the storyteller in the family, weaving tales of courage and kindness that Emily carried with her as she grew. By the time Emily was in high school, she knew she wanted to be a teacher. She believed education was the key to changing lives. Her parents supported her dream wholeheartedly, and with their encouragement, Emily worked hard and eventually earned a scholarship to a nearby university. After Emily graduated, she returned to her beautiful town, Maplewood, to teach at Riverbend High, the school she had attended as a child. Teaching came naturally to her. She had a way of connecting with her students, making even the most difficult subjects feel exciting. Her classroom was a safe haven for many kids who felt out of place everywhere else. She created a space for them where they could learn and feel valued. One evening, as Emily was leaving school after work, she crossed paths with Jack, a carpenter who worked on a renovation project at the school. Jack was skilled and passionate about his work. He had a warm smile and a sense of humor that could brighten anyone's day. Their connection was instant. Over time, casual conversations turned into long walks, and before they knew it, they were inseparable. Jack wasn't just a partner. He was Emily's best friend, her confidant. He supported her dreams and believed in her even when she doubted herself. They got married in a simple ceremony surrounded by friends and family. A year later, their daughter Lily was born. Lily was the light of their lives, a little girl with Jack's bright smile and Emily's curious eyes. Life was busy but beautiful. Emily would spend her days teaching, and Jack would work on his carpentry projects, often crafting toys for Lily. They spent weekends as a family, exploring nearby parks, baking cookies, and reading bedtime stories. Their home was filled with love, and Emily often felt a sense of gratitude for everything she had. One ordinary evening, Emily was grading papers while Lily played with Jack in the living room. They were laughing about something when Jack said he needed to run to the store for some supplies. Emily barely looked up as he kissed her on the forehead and left. After a couple of hours, there was a knock at the door. Emily thought it was Jack. She opened the door and was shocked to see two police officers standing on the door. The officers confirmed if she was Emily Carter. When she said yes, they told her something that sank her heart. Jack had an accident. His car had collided with a truck on the highway and he couldn't make it. Emily felt like the ground had been ripped out from under her. The love of her life was gone in an instant. Just like that, the days that followed were a blur. Emily tried to stay strong for Lily, but at night, when the house was quiet, she would sob into her pillow, clutching Jack's photo. She couldn't understand how life could be so cruel. As the weeks passed, Emily returned to work. She needed the routine, the distraction, and the income, but she wasn't the same. Her spark was gone. The students noticed, her colleagues noticed, and so did the school's principal, Mr. Harrington. He extended his unwavering support to Emily. He was a tall, stern man who carried himself with authority. He offered Emily extra time off and lighter workloads. He told Emily, "You're an incredibly valuable teacher. Take all the time you need." But something about Harrington always felt off. He had a way of standing too close, his compliments feeling more personal than professional. Emily ignored it at first, focusing instead on her students and Lily. But then months went by, and Harrington's behavior escalated. He would find excuses to be alone with her, lingering in her classroom after hours. One evening, as she stayed late preparing lesson plans, Harrington appeared at the door. Stepping inside, he told her, "You shouldn't be here all alone." Emily forced a polite smile and said she was just finishing up. Harrington walked closer, his eyes scanning her in a way that made her skin crawl. He started speaking, his voice low. "You know, you've been through so much. You deserve someone who can take care of you." Emily froze, her mind racing. She stammered an excuse and left the room, her heart pounding. From that moment, she avoided being alone with Harrington, which he didn't like at all. He began making her life harder. He criticized her lessons, questioned her commitment, and even spread rumors about her mental health, saying that she was unstable after Jack's death. Emily felt trapped. She needed the job to support Lily, but Harrington's behavior was making her life unbearable. She told everything to a trusted colleague of hers, Sarah, who encouraged her to document everything. Sarah told Emily, "If you ever decide to take action, you'll need evidence." Emily knew that Sarah was right. As the weeks went by, Harrington's harassment escalated, culminating in an incident that Emily couldn't ignore. One evening, he cornered Emily in the parking lot, his tone predatory. "You need to stop acting like you're better than everyone else, Emily. No one's coming to save you." That night, Emily sat alone in her living room, staring at a photo of Jack. Tears streamed down her face as she whispered, "I don't know if I can do this, Jack." Just then, Lily came into the room, holding one of the wooden toys that Jack had made for her. She told Emily with innocent conviction, "Mommy, please don't cry. Daddy says we're strong." Those words lit a fire in Emily. She realized she couldn't let fear dictate her life. Jack wouldn't have wanted that. For Lily's sake, for her own sake, she had to fight back. She couldn't let this man win. Next day, Emily filed a formal complaint against Harrington. The investigation was grueling, with Harrington using his position to discredit her. He called her emotional and accused her of making baseless accusations. But Emily had kept detailed records, and with Sarah's support, other teachers came forward, sharing their own experiences with Harrington. The truth couldn't be buried. Harrington was removed from his position, and Emily's courage inspired others to stand up against injustice. The school implemented new policies to ensure no one else would have to endure what Emily did. But Emily's journey didn't end there. With the support of her colleagues, she began to rebuild her life. She poured her energy into teaching, rediscovering the joy she once felt in shaping young minds. The scars from her past would always remain, but they no longer defined her. As the years passed, Emily found a renewed sense of purpose. She became an advocate for survivors of harassment, speaking out to help others who were too afraid to raise their voices. Her strength was a beacon of hope for many. Years later, Emily stood in the audience as Lily graduated from high school. Tears filled her eyes as she watched her daughter, so full of promise, step onto the stage. She whispered, "We did it, Jack. We're strong." With her head held high and her heart full of love for her daughter, Emily had found peace. She had faced unimaginable loss, fought back against adversity, and emerged stronger than ever. Emily's story is a testament to the power of resilience, courage, and love. She proved that even in the darkest times, we have the strength to rise, rebuild, and shine brighter than before. If the story inspired you, I request you to like this video, share it with someone who might learn from this story, and subscribe to our channel for more such inspiring stories. Let's spread this message of hope and courage to as many people as possible. Thank you for watching, and remember, no matter how hard life gets, you have the power to rise above it.